you want to point it that way, or are you just going to stand right there?
I'm just going to be right here, yeah. Am I in?
Oh, is it working right
it's
now?
Already
yeah,
on.
you're in. You're right there. You look good. Right there.
Am I out?
Okay. You're still in it.
Okay.
That's good. That's right in the middle. Right in the corner is where you belong.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you, Massey.
Welcome, bud. That's what I'm here for.
Right in the corner. All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Whether you are on Facebook Live right now, or going to watch this video later, or are here in class, I appreciate you and I thank you for that. You mean a lot to me, and your presence, whether it be here or there, is very important to me. At the end of the day, I just want to give back to you guys. So these are just tools and things that you can use in your business on a day-to-day basis. How can we grow your business week over week, month over month, year over year, and how, more than anything else, how can we keep a balance in your life where being real estate is still fun, where you're not bitter and where you're angry at every single person you run into, because that's not a way to run your real estate business. And your business isn't going to grow month over month, year over year, if you have that mentality. So, everyone who is here, you got the 4 conversations that I printed out for you. Just so you know, KW agents or non-KW agents, I don't care. I have goal setting things here in the office for you, a 135, a 411. It's available to you. If you have any questions about it, comment, shoot a message to this Facebook page, and we would love to get back to you and help you on that. This specific mastermind today, which I also call the inner circle, we're just going to focus on lead generation. We talked about it yesterday in our class with Greg Gale. He has a lending team in Arizona, in Scottsdale. So there's a lot of parallels between the two real estate and lending businesses, being a solo lender, solo agent, or building a team, whether it be in real estate or on the lending side. He talked about some good things, some good tools and tips. I wish I actually had the PowerPoint slide just to cover the couple good things that I was able to pull out of it. But let's focus on the 4 conversations and today the lead generation tools that you guys are using and what's working for you. How do you utilize it? How are you maximizing what you're good at, and how are you minimizing what you're not good at? So with the people that we have in the room and myself, Lisa, you said that one of yours was calling people. What does that look like in terms of the people you're calling? Is it your sphere of influence? Is it
strangers?
Strangers, got it. So cold calling.
Mm-hmm.
How are you getting your list of people that you decide to call?
When I took Bold, we were...
Yeah, fellow Bold person. Yes, right on.
We were given the opportunity to join Land Voice.
Yeah.
They've already said hello once.
And they're knowing you're a salesperson, right?
Right, and so it could be that by the time you actually hear their voice, you just hear the click.
Right.
And then if you choose to call back, that's one thing, or,
Right.
That's like really frustrating.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I will elaborate and come back to that in just a second. Michael, is there anything that you are doing or using right now that you find or found valuable in lead generation?
Facebook mostly.
Great.
Facebook, social media, my 3. Open house. Right after an open house, I'm fortunate, I offer really anyone a CMA, so that's a good way, or send you a comparative market analysis so you can kind of compare properties on your home, see where the market is right now, because that's the first question, really the first thing any neighbors say when they walk into a home. I just kind of want to know where the market is and see what this home is like compared to mine. Drip campaigns, calling, and being new to the business, just reaching out to my sphere as much as I can to let them know I'm in real estate and that's my career now.
Right.
And I appreciate them for everything they've done in my life. And remember, I'm not alive and I'm a human being and I'm in real estate.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think one of our biggest, thank you for sharing that. I think one of our biggest tasks as realtors in today's market is showing people that we are humans, that we're literal humans just like they are. Because a lot of people look at realtors like they do a used car salesman.
Yeah.
And they just think we're just trying to sell them. We're just these sales bots. I remember when I was making calls, cold calls as well, I would have my script, or you can call it whatever. I call it a conversation. I don't call it a script. I take scripts and I make them my own, and I call it a conversation. But my conversation would be so smooth. At the end of it, I had this one old lady. She said, "Is this a machine?" And I said, "No." She's like, "Are you sure?" I said, "Thank you for calling." And I was like, "I'm just kidding." And she started laughing. I broke the ice, though. She understood that I'm no longer just a sales bot or sales machine, because some of these people, if you're cold calling, are getting blasted every single day. So how do you differentiate yourself from the robot machine that's calling them?
Give them content.
Give them content.
Number one thing, to not speak to them like they're in sales, just to give them value.
Provide value. Come from contribution.
My job is to be a professional in real estate and to understand everything when it comes to the market, not just in Paso Robles, not just in San Luis Obispo County, but really in California, to try to understand markets in different states, the states where people are moving, where you see a lot of the middle class in the state moving to, Arizona, Idaho, Texas. But just to constantly give them good content that gives value to them when it comes to real estate.
Right.
I think that's really should be the number one job for most realtors. It's just, I want to give you the best possible content to let you be as knowledgeable as you can be, just an ordinary person in real estate.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think that's a great answer. Any other answers out there? And when Michael says give great content, what I'm hearing is give great value at no cost.
Yeah.
Right.
Our job is to consistently be giving value to others at no cost. Now, will that come back around? Absolutely. That's the goal. We want that to come back around. But if we're talking to someone who's renting, they're not even an owner. So we're not going to be selling. We're not going to be listing their house. What a great thing once you've established a relationship to let them know, as your buyer's agent, it's not going to cost you one penny to use me. Yet you're getting all of the value. I'm like your personal attorney. I'm like your personal lawyer for this property. I'm going to fight for you. I'm going to negotiate for you. And you're letting them know. You're giving them value, and you're reminding them. Because I would sit down for buyer's consults. My goal is to have 3 to 5 buyer's consults every week. When I was in full production, before I had listings, my goal is to have 3 to 5 buyer's consults. I know some of you guys are saying, buyer's consultations, what the heck is that? That's actually having someone, whether they're pre-qualified or not, come in, you have a packet together, and you get to just be a teacher for them. What we're doing to people is we're showing them what the market's doing, what it's like, but more than anything, you're teaching them the process, because they feel so lost. More lost than we even recognize. And we do a few deals, and while we're lost trying to figure things out, can you imagine if you're a first-time home buyer, or even if you've done the process 2 or 3 times, but it's been 10, 15 years?
Yeah.
You are constantly, you have to look at yourself as an instructor, not a demeaning instructor, an instructor where you get down eye to eye with them and you say, hey, I know what you're thinking right now. What the heck am I going to do? Like, this pre-qualification thing's stressing me out. Like, all these documents, hey, I understand. I know what that's like. First, you have to understand and resonate with people before they can understand what you're saying or care about what you're saying. You have to level with them. And us as agents, sometimes we walk around and, yeah, I'm Blake Shawn, and I know everything about this market, and blah, blah, blah. Don't you think that's going to be a little overwhelming for someone who doesn't have a clue about the market and they don't want to let their ignorance show to you? You got to level with people. That was my biggest key. I got down at whatever level they were at. I had investors that have done over 100 transactions in a single year. Could I talk to them a little bit differently than the way I talk to a first-time home buyer? You bet. But first, we have to mirror and match whoever the person is on the other side of that table or on the other side of that deal. And as realtors, it's so easy to forget that. We just forget that these humans, these people out there, our clients, these families, they don't know what the heck we're doing. So teaching them more than telling them is going to do so much for your reputation. Not only with your clients and their families, but with other realtors too. When they see that, when they're going around, because I hope you guys all know, everyone around here knows about 15 realtors. Back home it was the same thing. Why did they choose you? Because you're more human with them than everyone else. You're more relational than everyone else. You care more about their family and their friends and their life than real estate. Those are the ones that they're going to go to. But sprinkle in some facts like, I'm a local expert. You know, I have done this. I've done this for 10 years, 5 years, 3 years. If you haven't sold real estate for a long time, don't talk about that. But you can say I've been around real estate since I was 18. I've been working on this stuff and studying it since I was 18. I'm so passionate about it. I love it. And I know you probably think I'm crazy for loving real estate this much, but that's my passion. Mr. Seller or Mr. Buyer, what's your job? And they say blah, blah. Ask questions. Do they love their job? If so, why? Get to know them. Ask all the right questions. Discover their passion and then relate their passion with yours. Just like Mr. Seller, how you love drinking and selling wine and growing grapes that are going to make some great wine, I enjoy real estate on that level. I have such a passion, not only for the real estate itself, but for people like you, where I get to help. That fills my heart each and every day. Saying things like that is so powerful, guys, because they're not getting it anywhere else. They're not getting that level of love anywhere else in any other industry.
You could be the only person listening to them.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
In their world.
In their world, in their whole world.
Yeah.
And that's why I think as agents we have such a golden opportunity. We're handling people's biggest assets. Well, if you're on the list side, you're handling their biggest asset of their whole life a lot of times. Whether it's $200,000 house or a $500,000 house, that's the biggest thing they got to their name. That's big, guys. We're more than just car salesmen. We deal with people's lives. We step in wherever they're at, and that's why it's so important to be able to listen and ask the right questions. Dig in. What's their big why in life? Why do they do what they do? What's their passion? Talk more about them than you. Sprinkle in the stuff about you, of course, but throwing it all on them at once, they're going to just shut you out. It's white noise. They're only going to retain 10% of what you're telling them anyway, 10 to 20%. Why don't you get them talking about themselves? Because everyone likes talking about themselves. Us in real estate, we really like talking about ourselves. It's just the way it is. So getting a mindset and a perspective and viewing life through a lens, like, well, I really want to know this person. That's going to be the game changer. That's how you differentiate your business. The branding, the marketing, the online stuff, the personality, the systems, the tools, those are all great things. But at the end of the day, you take a knee next to your client and you let them know, I am here for you. I want to teach you. And I hope by the end of this transaction, because we all know transactions are up and down, they're all over, that they're leaning, I want you to know that you can lean on me because I care about you. I love real estate. I love this house. But more than this house, more than anything else, I care about you. And that's the message that if our clients aren't receiving as quickly as possible, they will move on to a person that will give it to them. And the people that become so bitter at real estate agents is because they bounce from one person to the next, and they've never felt the love. And that's why they're trying to put their house for sale. $100,000 overpriced, not marketing it correctly, doing all this stuff. Yet we're sitting here asking ourselves, man, why are these idiots listing their house for sale by owner? Don't they know they can hire me? They never experienced the love in this business. They never got it from someone. So really get down with those people. Really get down with them. I understand you haven't been treated correctly. You've dealt with people who haven't cared about you, huh? Get them to say yes. Find out where they are. Dig into the problem. Then prescribe the solution. Hey, I want to give you a packet that's going to help you sell your home. I don't want to list it. It's okay. Here. This is just some marketing tools. This is some stuff I use. Let them do their stuff. That for sale by owner packet, that's gold. Let them try to sell it themselves. They know that you provided value at absolutely no cost. Do you guys have a for sale by owner packet? If not, talk to Michael Massey. Talk to me. Let's figure something out. You guys could, guys, there's markets out there right here, and that's why I'm so happy to be here, because there's so much opportunity here, and I don't know if you guys see it or not, because you guys have been in front of it every day. When you look in the mirror each and every day, you're looking at yourself, but yourself changes over time. But you're looking at yourself every single day where you don't see the small changes happening to you. Same thing happens in real estate. A lot of times you don't realize the opportunity that's here. You guys have such a great price point, and more than anything else, you guys are in a stagnant agency community. What do I mean by that? You don't have people that really care anymore about clients, about people. It's about dollars, it's about cents, it's about pride, It's about ego. Man, screams opportunity to me. That gives me an opportunity to love on people in a way they haven't got to experience. And when you love on someone right, they get to tell you about their family and their friends, and they get to go tell their family and friends about you. And now you've created a business that's not only sustainable, it's low on marketing dollars. You have business that actually want to work with you. Guys, that's what we're wanting. That's what we want. We want to work with people that want to work with us. That's number one. So creating that sphere of influence, family, friends, past clients, and making sure that you're touching them at least quarterly with something and letting them know that they're appreciated. That's the number one step here for you guys. That's the number one step. Let them know that they're cared for. Let them know they're appreciated. And not every single time you reach out to them, you should ask, oh, is there anyone? Not every single time. Because if you do that, you lose that sense of value to them, because now you become a sales machine again. How do you get personal with people again? Those are the questions you need to be asking yourself on a daily, on a weekly basis. When you're setting goals for yourself and your real estate business, instead of just setting goals for transactions or dollars and cents, still do that. Have that on the business side, but on the personal side. How am I getting personal with my clients? How am I able to reveal to people my heart and who I am and how much I care for them, besides asking them if they have any business for me right now? And if you begin to train your mind day over day, I can tell you it's not going to happen overnight. Chemically speaking, it's going to take weeks. It's a discipline. A video that I'm going to play at the team meeting on Thursday, and I played at one of our power-ups recently, it struck me so big. Self-discipline or discipline in your business is self-love. You love yourself enough to do these things. You love your clients enough to do these things. And that's the mindset we have to have, because when we have that mindset, the fruit of that is money, is closed deals, is continued business. But when you focus on the fruits rather than the vine, you're going to lose and you're going to be disappointed. You're going to get disappointed not only in yourself, but when you get disappointed in yourself, you're disappointed in everyone around you. You start playing the victim. You start pointing the finger. And it's not a spiral that any of us want to go down. I have to check myself each and every day, remind myself how blessed I am, how thankful I am just to have the air in my lungs, just to be able to be here, even not in a room full of people, or have 100 people listen to me. Just, I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful to get to love on people and get to teach people how to love on people. Like, what a blessing for me. That's what fills me up. What fills you up? What fills your clients up? Feed into that. I encourage you. Okay, so we talked about calls. Was there any questions about what I said? Any big ahas, takeaways?
No, I just wanted to add that you could always start your day, if you're going to do calls, by making gratitude calls.
Absolutely. It's a great way to start, too.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
It's a great way to start.
And it's emotional.
Yep.
It'll actually catch you by surprise when you actually call somebody and tell them how much they mean to you.
Yes.
It's kind of uncomfortable, but it's a good thing to do because...
It is uncomfortable, right? Because it's so contrary to our society.
Right.
And that's how we can differentiate our business, is by that. So I'm so glad I actually wrote that down. Gratitude calls. Because even I forget about that. How easy.
Even to your spouse.
Yes,
like
your spouse
knows you love them, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's just a no-brainer that you love them, but how often do you call them and tell them that?
Right. Wow. That's why I get to love being up here and masterminding with you guys, because you guys don't realize it. As I'm pouring out to you, you guys pour back into me, and you guys give me so many things that I can improve my life with too. That's why I think it's such a strong force when people get together in one like-mindedness and they just want to get better. That's a great, I need to make a couple calls, gratitude calls. Thank you for reminding me of that. Wow, good stuff, guys. So thankful. Okay, we talked about open houses a little bit. What's cool about an open house is that whether you're the listing agent or not, you have opportunity here at KW to do open houses. I can't speak from experience for this county how your open houses are, but I can ask, is there anything you guys are doing one way or the other? I know you guys have signs out. Are you guys making sure that those signs, and I want to do a mastermind specifically on open houses. I actually have a class that I taught in Visalia specifically on working with buyers, generating buyer leads, open houses, and how to run an effective open house. Because we can run 12 open houses in a week. If it's not being effective, if we're not maximizing that open house, we're not being as efficient as we could be. So are you guys putting out your open house signs from main streets, or if it's next to a Target or a Walmart or a Home Depot, are you guiding people out of that main area to where you guys are going? Or what tools or tips or tricks are you guys using in your signage to help drive people in? Or is that mostly what you're doing? Just trying to direct from the main source?
I use Facebook as well.
Glad you said that.
You put it on the MLS, that goes to Zillow, that goes to Realtor.com. So
Yep.
there's that. KCY.com, Craigslist.
Wow. See, these are all things to maximize open houses.
I think a great thing, if you have the extra money, a $100 gift card giveaway, that gets people to leave their information. So whoever comes to the open house, one thing we did in Orange County, we'd always get sometimes an ice cream truck right outside the house. It's like a family neighborhood.
Yeah.
Kids love that. And then you go to the point of a mega open house where you partner with different companies, different brands.
We don't do that here.
No, yeah. So we usually get 150 to 200 people in a house.
Right.
And we turn that into a fundraiser. We would raise money for the Special Olympics in Orange County.
Nice.
At least once a month, we try to put that fundraiser together.
So I'm going to back you up, just slow you down. You said Facebook, you could have a giveaway, you can have an ice cream, or where I'm from, you can have a taco truck. I love taco trucks. But okay, what else did you say there, Massey?
Taco truck, ice cream truck, and then you go into the mega open house area, which I've never seen done in this area.
Okay.
And that's your goal to get 100, 150 people. A few.
You create an event out of it, right?
Yeah, it's an event. It really is.
And there's lenders there.
Yeah, there's lenders,
Multiple
there's multiple, it's just an event, and you try it, and we always turn it into a fundraiser. So we get people there, we'd invite people, catered food, alcohol's completely, paid for, and we would turn it into a fundraiser, and try to raise as much money as possible for the Special Olympics of Orange County.
So, I love that.
Yeah.
I've never held
That's months in
a mega open house. With Facebook, I want to just isolate that. I was a marketing phenom when it came to Facebook. I made all my money off Facebook, just to be honest. It's the cheapest way that I can do marketing. Now I did include other areas of marketing as my business grew. But Facebook was my golden ticket. Because you guys realize you can set goals for yourself through lead gen just with Facebook. Facebook is a database, guys.
Yeah.
What if you made a goal for yourself to add 50 friends a week? That's 10 a day. You're like, Blake, what do you mean? I'm gonna go on and, no, find friends of friends. Find mutual people. Find people who just live in Paso, maybe who work at this place or that place, whatever. There's so many ways that you guys can maximize Facebook. I used to have a goal of adding over 100 people a week. My Facebook I'm maxed out, I think. I don't think people can add me as a friend anymore. They can follow me. And I haven't been on Facebook and probably won't be on Facebook for quite some time because my goal is no longer to go out and sell houses. It's to help make you guys better leaders, which I'm able to use this KW Facebook platform to do that. But guys, I want to help you guys on that. It's the cheapest, most effective way, in my opinion, to get out in front of people outside of just calling and dialing them directly.
You gonna have a class on that?
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to have a mastermind on just how do you Facebook better? And not only because see, the goal of Facebook is not to sell your real estate business, and this is where people get it twisted. Facebook shouldn't be a place to sell your real estate business. It should be to sell yourself. Show you who you are with your family, your friends, your dog, your cat, whatever you are. Guys, there's so many niches out there. You just need to get them to connect with you. Sports. Now, be really careful with sports. Dodgers, Giants, stuff like that. Some really hardcore Giants fans might not hire a Dodger fan to be their listing agent. But if they like you in enough other areas, they still will. I experienced that back in the Valley.
But it's a connection.
Connection
you
still.
Just talk sports with somebody.
Exactly.
It's like Greg yesterday. He was
Yes.
here yesterday, and the first thing, Scottsdale, I said I went to Arizona State, and then he said he went to Arizona. So we talked about ASU for 10 minutes.
Exactly.
But it's a connection, and Yeah.
And Facebook's an easy way to find out connections on people. No, you're not creeping on them, you're not spying on them, you're getting to know them. And the majority of your posts shouldn't be about real estate. You should have, I think there's actual recipe on this, but like 2 or 3 out of your 10 posts would be about real estate on your personal page. Now, if you have your Facebook business page, that can be a little different. We can talk about that because you can still provide content and value. I didn't have one home sale and I was sponsoring ads of inspirational quotes and generating business. I was generating business just because I wanted to provide value to people that had nothing to do with real estate, just to inspire them on a daily basis. A great place to do that is on your personal page as well, but I literally sponsored ads on motivation. I want you to have a great day. I hope you have a great day. You name the quote. I did a lot of them in my past. But that's the awesome part about real estate, in my opinion. If you're marketing yourself correctly, you can have 0 houses, you could have 20 houses. It doesn't matter. You don't want people to relate to you on that level, because if they related to you on that level, they're probably an agent and you're not going to get any business from them anyway. You are trying to relate with people who aren't in real estate. So maximize the other parts of your life that you do, and just let it be known. And not everyone's going to be comfortable with that. They're going to say, Blake, I don't want my life. Well, that's fine. That's 100% fine. Whatever you're comfortable with, do. But do it big. Maximize it. If you like being on Facebook, why wouldn't we? Or if you like being on Twitter, or Instagram, why wouldn't we maximize that as a marketing tool for us? It just makes sense. We're going to be on there anyway. We're going to spend.
You don't know how. Because you don't know how to.
Right.
Where are you going to get your content all the time? And
Got
you
it.
can always Google it, but that takes time.
It does. It does. What's cool though is if we time block that and say, I'm going to spend an hour on Facebook today, and it might not even be about anything posting about real estate. It's just I'm going to look for an inspirational quote. I'm going to be vulnerable with my Facebook database and let them know, man, I had a tough day yesterday. I saw this quote and it lifted me up. I hope this can lift you up today. Have a good one.
Is that lead generation?
Yeah, it is.
That hour is lead gen.
It is. And see, that's where, and not in a bad way, some old school books, they'll tell you that's not, it is. Because our world is changing. I hope you guys know that. Technology has changed. Real estate has changed, guys. In the last 3 years, since I've been in business, I've watched this business change. Big time. And it's the people that are changing with it that's going to have all the business and all the market share here in 3 to 5 years. You guys watch. Mm-hmm. And that's why I feel blessed to be here, and see where this industry is at in general, because guys, there's going to be a handful of people making all of the money. Because if this market's shifting like it is, and it's not shifting it's shifting kind of like this. Interest rates keep rising. You're going to have, it's just going to be right around here. That's where you as a KW agent get to be stronger, better, bigger, faster. You have all the tools at your disposal to use. You have all of the technology. And that's why I'm going to show you guys these, because I know you guys haven't really been taught them. What tools do we have on KW? What do you mean? I want to get into that with you, and I will. How do we maximize Facebook, Blake? I like Facebook. I don't really know. I'm not. We'll have a mastermind about that. Just keep an eye out. Keep an ear out. I'll let you guys know. But this is the direction. And video email. Video email is going to be big. I want to be ahead of the curve. That's why I'm using it. But how can we get ahead of this before our competition does? And the thing is, even if our competition catches on, how can we do it better? And it's by being personal. That's the tip. That's the secret. What's the secret sauce? Get personal with your clients. Be vulnerable. Vulnerable, what do you mean? The world tells me to be as strong. That's fine. The world's going to tell you that. But your clients don't care what the world tells you. The world and your clients are all one and the same. How can you give your clients what the world isn't giving them? Love, care, respect, value at no cost. Those are the main things. So open houses, make it a sponsored ad on Facebook if you have a business page. If you don't, you can still create an event, I believe, and invite all your friends to it, even if you just have a personal Facebook page. I'm almost positive on that. Make an event out of it. Invite all your friends. Is there a buy-sell trade, Paso Robles, SLO County, around here? Yeah. Okay, little secret sauce. And we only have a few minutes left here, and I hope this was valuable to you guys.
Yes.
Because this is going to be a weekly thing. Every Tuesday after Paso Caravan at 11:30, I'll be in here. And I want this to become such an event that vendors want to be here. People who aren't part of this office want to be here because they want to get better. That vendors want to partner with us, whether you're a lender, escrow officer, partner with us, bring lunch, because I want this to be a bigger event than what it is. I just don't want to dig into your guys' lunchtime, and I'm hungry already. Otherwise, I can keep going. I hope you guys realize I'm so passionate about this. I love it so much, and I love to be in this particular spot now because it's so exciting to me to be able to pour back all the things that has made me so successful in my life. To come from very little to nothing to where I am today can make me just cry on the spot. That's what real estate's done for me. Real estate's done that for me, and being able to connect with my people on a level that no one else could because of where I've been. So remind yourself sometimes. Don't remind yourself of where you've been in the sense of getting you down and sorrowful and keeping you there. Use that and be vulnerable and to provide value to other people and let them know, I know you're probably hurting right now. Or, oh man, I feel what you've been going through, or I can't even begin to understand what you've been going through. But I just want you to know that I'm here for you. I'm thinking about you. Is there anything I can do for you today? Like, that's a mind-blowing question to ask someone. Is there anything I can do for you today? That's it. It's customer service 101. We're in the customer service business, guys. We forget that a lot. So we talked about calls. We talked about gratitude calls, cold calls, warm calls, follow-up calls. And I wish I could have got more into that. The key for follow-up, though, Lisa, is just putting it in your schedule, whether it's once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. I'd recommend at least 2 times a week for at least an hour to 2 hours. And I'm just being really minimalistic here, just very minimal. Just spend an hour, 2 hours making follow-up calls, whatever that looks like for you. It depends where your business is at or whatever, but just put it in making it a part of your schedule and your calendar is gonna be the key and the ticket to success, guys. On this chart here, I love it. Actually, it's not here. Moving from E to P, the 6 perspectives, moving from an entrepreneurial mindset to a purposeful mindset. What that involves is a schedule. It involves a schedule. I have a schedule actually over there, your perfect week, what it looks like. You can fill it in, but maybe we can fill that in together in another mastermind. This is what makes me so excited. I have like 12 masterminds that we need to do. I wish we could have done yesterday for you guys. We got so much work to do, but it's so good. This is gonna be absolutely fantastic. Open houses, you provide CMAs, let sellers know that, hey, I know you live in the area, in the neighborhood. Let me just send what recently has been going on in the last 6 months to a year. How does that sound? Great. Can I have your email address? Can I have your phone number? If you get in a good conversation, oh yeah, we're celebrating my birthday in Mexico, whatever. Oh, when was your birthday? Collect info, guys, because that's an easy call. That's an easy call. That's an easy postcard if you have their address and their phone number and a birthday. Like, these are making those gratitude calls or those warm calls. They're not even cold calls anymore. Ideally, we were making warm calls all day. Gets us closer to the end prize. Open houses, doing it on Facebook, sponsoring an ad if you have a business page. If not, creating an event through your personal page. Have a little giveaway with your Facebook page, personal or not. It don't have to be $100. Give me a $25 Starbucks card. I'd be all over it. Just give me your name and number, your email address. I'm trying to make sure that I hold myself accountable to caring for more people or for caring for people that care for me. That's a great way to put on your Facebook. You're not collecting info for your real estate database. You're collecting info so you can stay more up to date with people that matter so much to me that in the past, I'm sorry that it slipped my mind so much, but I'm trying to be more purposeful and intentional of reaching out and letting you guys know that I care about you because I care about so many of you. And I'm sorry if you haven't felt that recently. Dude, that's being vulnerable with your crowd, guys, and they love it. And they need it. They need it more than they know. Let's see, giveaway. Yeah. So we just talked about a few things, and our time's already up. We literally, that's maximizing though, right? And that's what brainstorming can do. How can we maximize what we've already done? If we haven't done it, how can we do it and how can we maximize it? Last little bit, because I talked about it before, is that buy-sell trade group. You guys said there is one for SLO County. all of my listings went on there. If I got permission from another KW agent to use their listing and they just didn't care, oh, I'm not on Facebook, I'm not tech savvy. Is it okay if can I market your listing for this office on whatever? If they give permission, you put that on there. Guys, I had to stop doing it because I would have over 50 comments and it was too much. I was on information overload. I had too many people's info, like I couldn't do it. But if you're just starting to create...
You mean interested buyers on your listing?
Just tagging people or just posting pictures and don't put the price. Don't put information,
Right.
get them
Never
engaged.
put the price.
Have a conversation. That's rule number one, you're not supposed to put your price.
Don't put the price.
Create these conversations, make private messages out of them, ask them what they love most about the house, engage with your people. There's so many ways. And then add them to be your friend on Facebook. Now they're following you. Now for the next year, you're providing good content. They're seeing you. They're seeing these inspirational quotes. They're starting to like you and you haven't even sat down with a coffee for them yet. That's the power of social media. That's what it could do for you guys.
Facebook Messenger is one of the top 3 forms of communication nowadays.
Yes.
Between realtors and their
Absolutely, guys. So how can we utilize that to our advantage, and just figuring and getting creative with that?
So would you put something out of the area on there that is, like if you're North County buy, sell,
Mhm.
and you have a listing in South County, and
I'd still put it on there. You bet.
Put it on there?
You bet.
Yeah.
I found that, and this was just my rule of thumb, I can't say if it's right or wrong, it's just something I've done. If it was a county that touched mine, backed up to it, I would do it. Because if that person isn't interested in, they have family or friends that lives there, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Most of the people that would comment on my buy, sell, trade listing post, or whatever I would put on there, most of it,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, it wouldn't even be like comments from the person directly. They're tagging someone.
Right.
It's just, Joe Sue just tagged their aunt, their uncle, and their 3 cousins in this post. And that's where professional photography can come in clutch for you guys. Be eye candy. You guys know real estate's a fad right now, right? All of the new interior designing, and that's another way you provide value. If you guys like Joanna Gaines and Chip from Texas, guys, people eat that up. Women eat that up. Housewives eat that up. Even if they're not working, like, they're gonna tell their husband about it when they get home. Like, oh my gosh, look at this house, look at this picture, look at this kitchen. If you do that, you can get people to engage and like your stuff. And they're not even in the market to buy or sell yet, but I guarantee you they know someone that will be in the next 6 months. Guys, that's the key. It doesn't have to be directly with the source, it's someone that knows, and then you sell yourself.
Yeah.
Provide value. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. We will be back. You're very welcome. We'll be back next Tuesday at 11:30. I will post or email or let you guys know what it'll be on. Is there anything here that you guys want to talk about next week? Facebook?
Facebook.
Unanimous?
Yeah, we can do Facebook, yeah.
Guys, next week on this source that you're watching me on right now.
Social media, not just
social
Facebook.
media. Okay, we'll cover more in Facebook. All social media. How do you maximize your real estate business on your social media platforms? If you don't have those platforms, I can't necessarily instruct you on how to get them up and started. You're just going to have to do the homework there. If I could, I would do it for every single person. I just don't think I'm going to have the time for that. But if you don't have it, get it. Come here. Even if you don't have it yet, learn about it so that when you do have it, you can utilize it to the most and to the biggest and to the best. It's not being done around here. I don't care if you're in Paso Robles, San Luis Obispo, Morro Bay, Pismo, Templeton, or Tascadero, 5 cities. I'm just rambling them off. If you're by the coast, you guys, it's not being utilized fully yet. And the people that are using it are having great, great businesses. So how can you bring that into your own business, into your own real estate world? Appreciate you guys. You have a good one. I'll talk to you soon.